What is up, guys? Ryan Future here, and I'm going to quickly run through the results for the Payback pay-per-view. And if you are here to actually see like actual footage of the pay-per-view, try looking somewhere else, possibly Daily Motion or something like that, because I can guarantee you won't find it on YouTube within the next week or two probably. And that's pretty much all I got for that. So let's just skip right into the results. I'm not sure if I'm going to have pictures with these or not, so if there are, you're welcome. If there's not, I'm kind of sorry. I know for the later matches in the night, there probably won't be because WWE.com hasn't gotten them up yet, and neither has anyone else. Okay, so let's see. The pre-show, I didn't actually watch it, and I didn't get home in time for that. And Sheamus ended up winning over Damien Sandow. Big shocker there, not really. Then in the next match, we have Curtis Axel versus The Miz versus Wade Barrett. This was actually a very good match. And for the opening contest, it was actually probably one of my favorite matches of the night. And it ended up, Curtis Axel won when The Miz put Wade Barrett into the figure 4 lock, and then Axel ended up pinning Wade Barrett while in the figure 4 lock, which was not something that I expected at all. And I mean, all three men put on a great match. And then we move on to the Divas title match, and AJ ended up winning this by putting Caitlyn in the Black Widow and got her to tap out. And overall, I actually think it was a great match for a Divas match. It's been a whole lot better than they have been recently. And then Dean Ambrose ended up retaining the U.S. title. Kane was taking apart the Spanish announce table. Kane went to chokeslam Dean Ambrose through the table. Ambrose countered, DDT'd him on the outside. And by then it was up to like a count of 7 or something. Which, I mean, I didn't even realize how close the count was getting. I mean, I don't think anyone did. I was watching it on WWE PS.net. By the way, you should check them out for all your pay-per-view watching needs. You can watch it for free. Also, thinking about that, go to WWEPS.net and you can watch the full replay for free there. But yeah, basically Kane ended up getting counted out, and not really as good of a match as I had hoped, and never really picked up like I was hoping it was gonna. So a little disappointed there. Then we move on to right after that match, there was a promo for Rob Van Dam's return to the WWE at Money in the Bank on July 14th in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which I already made a video about. It was like a 30-second video. I made it like literally like 5 minutes after I saw the promo, and I actually originally thought that was like a commercial for his like DVD or something, I don't know. And then we move on to right after that, there was the Alberto Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler, and to be honest, I think everyone went into this thinking Ziggler was going to retain, and sadly he did not. Del Rio worked basically Ziggler's head the whole match, and I don't think I heard a single person boo Ziggler. I mean, Ziggler got a lot of cheers. There was chants throughout the whole match of both RVD and Let's Go Ziggler. And afterwards, Alberto cut a promo on the stage and got a lot of heat for it. And, I mean, probably the whole crowd was booing him. And Ziggler, again, got cheered for most of the night. And then after that, we had the CM Punk versus Chris Jericho match. And nothing actually spectacular happened. Like, I thought it was going to, like, no new theme song for him. No, like, antics throughout the match. It was just a straightforward CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, and it turned out to be a very, very good match. Probably in my top 3 for matches of the night, along with the Intercontinental Championship and the tag match. And basically, it ended up with both men hitting many finishers throughout the match. Code breakers, walls of Jericho, go to sleeps, anaconda vices. Basically, just everything that they could think of. And then Punk ended up winning it by hitting 2 GTSs in a row. And 1 second. I'll be up in a minute. Yeah, I said I'll be up in a minute. Okay, and then let's see. After that, we had the tag title match. And that was probably my favorite match of the night. It ended up really, really, really well. Basically, the finish ended up being Bryan came in. You got a good some good momentum going throughout the next few seconds or whatever. And I mean, Reigns and Bryan, they did a nice spot from the turnbuckle at one point. It was a nice suplex. And I mean, it looked just like their ROH days. Tyler Black versus Bryan Danielson, American Dragon. But then after that, Bryan ran into Orton almost. He stopped himself. Then Orton pushed Bryan into Reigns' spear. So Bryan was out, and then Reigns got RKO'd by Randy Orton. Orton was then thrown out of the ring by Seth Rollins, and Rollins did the blackout to Bryan for the win. Overall, I'd probably gave that match out of 10, probably about a 9. Because that was a really good match, and for me at least, the highlight of my night. And then we move on to the main event, the 3 Stages of Hell, Ryback versus John Cena. And it ended up like a lot of people thought, except the first 2 stages were switched around. The Lumberjack match was won by Ryback with a shell shock, and then Cena won the tables match with an AA. And then John Cena and Ryback fought by the ambulance, basically tearing the thing apart. It looked like the thing was made out of like freaking whatever they make the tables out of. I mean, that thing was just torn apart. I mean, it looks like someone had put that thing together with like duct tape or something. And it ended up with Cena AAing Ryback through the top of the ambulance, which I mean I thought was an interesting way to end the match. I mean, it wasn't a great. None of the matches were great by any means for those 3 matches. They were all fairly short, and I mean, overall I'd give the night a 7 out of 10, and that's being generous just because of the 3 decent matches that were actually held, and the Divas match actually kind of boosted it also a little bit. Because to be honest, I really had low expectations for that, and it turned out very well actually. So thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to like and subscribe for more. I'm Ryan Future. You guys have a nice night or day. I'm not sure when you're watching this. And I am out.